Hey there. Are you ready for this? Hey there everybody, Chef Todd Fisher here in my kitchen, beautiful Monterey, California. Today we're going to throw together a fresh tortellini salad with artichokes, spinach, and a creamy basil balsamic dressing. I like to call it Todd's Creamy Tortellini. This is a very fast-paced recipe, so we want to make sure that we have everything at hand, so we're not running back and forth all over the kitchen, zipping all around. Let's make sure that we take everything over to the stovetop so that when we have our boiling water on, we're able to just rotate our ingredients in and out. We're going to use the water 3 times, being efficient. So let's take our fresh tortellini, our diced butternut squash, and I've got some beautiful chilled chicken breast fresh out of the refrigerator. So we've got our water boiling at a rapid pace. It's already been salted. We're gonna go ahead and take our diced butternut squash and set that, just go ahead and kind of drop it into our water. Okay? That takes about 6, maybe even 8 minutes. We certainly don't want to leave it in there too long. Gets too soft, gets mushy, starts falling apart, kind of like my brother's third marriage. So just until it's nice and al dente, to the tooth. So once it's tender, we're just going to take that, look at the vibrant color there. Goes into our colander. And once we fished them all out, we'll take that over to our sink. We'll run that under some cold water just to cool it and stop the cooking process. All right, so we've taken it over to the sink and run it under some cold water. So now we're going to take it, put it in a bowl, and set it aside so that we can assemble our salad once we have all of our other ingredients cooked and ready to go. And we're going to drop in our pasta. Same water, same process, about 2 to 3 to 4 minutes just until they float to the top. Again, pull them out, into the colander, over to the sink, cool it, run in laps, but then we'll drop in our chicken breast, all right? So pasta in. So our pasta is floated to the top, that beautiful fresh tortellini. So same process, we're gonna go ahead and pull that out of our poaching liquid, dropping it into that colander. All right, off to the sink again. Cool them down, run them in cold water. We're back at the stovetop. All right, now that we've cooled our pasta under some running water, just to, again, rinse up some of that excess starch because we are making a salad. We don't want them all stuck together, right? Nothing worse than getting into your pasta salad and you got a big clump of tortellini there. We want to make sure they're all nice and kind of free-flowing. They're all individual and express themselves individually. Take those, put them into a bowl. Again, set those off to the side. Now we're going to take our chicken, and that's going in again to the same pot of boiling water. Thrice we've used this pot. Once those are in, go ahead and drop in that tender. We'll set that off to the side. Want that to come to a nice simmer, so we turn it down just a touch. All right, so we'll fish out our chicken. You know what I mean, we'll chicken out our chicken, not fish. All right, set that in the bowl. Nice and plump, just perfectly cooked. Don't want to overcook it. All right, good. We'll discard that later. I'm gonna take our chicken, go put that into the refrigerator to let it cool a little bit. Move our ingredients over to our cutting board and we'll put our salad together. So we're gonna assemble our salad. Again, you saw you go through that process, you have everything good and cooked now and everything is ready. It's all been cooled. We just wanna go ahead and take a nice large mixing bowl. We're gonna take our tortellini pasta that we've cooked, and that goes in. We'll take our marinated artichokes. And again, these are the halves and quarters, so some of the quarters are the right size. The halves may be a little too large, so we just want to go ahead and cut those halves in quarters. Okay, and those can go right into our salad as well. All right, we're going to add our beautiful baby spinach. We want to add a little leafy green to this, and again, it looks like it's overfilling the bowl, but once we put our dressing on there, it's going to coat in there nice, wilt a little bit, and it'll be beautiful. So again, that's ready to go. I'm going to add a little bit of slivered red onion. We're just going to use a half of an onion. We don't want it to be overpowering and too pungent. So once we've got that peeled in half, we're going to just take it, run our blade through it, keeping our fingers back. Okay, we'll separate those so that they are individual in there. Fantastic. And you'll see I'm just layering everything on top of there. Once we add all of our ingredients together and we have our vinaigrette done, then we'll begin to toss and mix all that together. So for now, just let it sit there and have it patiently wait for the rest of us. So we're gonna put our goat cheese on top as well. We've got our Laura Chanel goat cheese, whatever, you know, just a nice chev, which is that soft goat cheese, whatever's available at in your local cold case. Again, sprinkling that in there. About 4 ounces in total for the salad. All right, and this is going to play a big part in the creaminess of our salad once we get our vinaigrette in there. All right, so we've got all of our fantastic ingredients set and in the bowl, layered in there. Okay, we need to make our vinaigrette now, and a vinaigrette is all about balance, whether it's going to be a highly acidic vinaigrette or a really rich and robust, flavorful, oily, fatty vinaigrette. In this particular case, because we have all that rich goat cheese in there, the butternut squash, and those marinated artichokes, we want a high acid vinaigrette so that it can kind of balance with the creaminess of the goat cheese. We're going to use a Kirkland brand aged balsamic vinegar, very tart, pungent, got a lot of that nice sweet carameliness that we love about balsamic vinegar. And we're going to use the Kirkland brand extra virgin olive oil, the Italian Toscano blend. All right. Once we have those ingredients, we're just going to take a little bit of Dijon mustard. So take about a tablespoon or so of Dijon. That goes in. We're going to take a little bit of basil, and we're just going to hand tear a few basil leaves into it, okay? And little pieces just like that, not a lot, to not big chunks. We want them nice and small. Okay, those go in, maybe 2 leaves of that. Okay, then we're going to take that balsamic vinegar with our whisk and add that to our bowl. And so we're going to put about 3 tablespoons or so of the extra virgin olive oil in there. And I'm just kind of eyeballing it. It's not about, it doesn't have to be critically measured here for this particular application. Now you'll see that the Dijon mustard in there begins to almost immediately start to emulsify the dressing, bringing the olive oil and the vinegar together so you can see how thick it becomes. Okay? Got that basil in there. Gonna take a little bit of cracked pepper. That goes in. And a pinch of sea salt as well, or 2. All right, so once we have our vinaigrette whisked together, we're just gonna kind of take a few moments to make sure we have all our senses gathered. I'm gonna set our vinaigrette off to the side. Now, we have our salad. We're gonna take our chicken, and we're just gonna shred that. It's we had it in the refrigerator, so it's cold. It's nice and tender, beautifully cooked all the way through. It doesn't have to be really small. We're not looking to make it these little tiny, almost can't find them, slivers of chicken. Nice, healthy, bite-sized pieces of chicken. All right, just shred that with our finger. Once we have our chicken shredded, we're gonna take that, we're gonna drop it right on top of our salad. Not too big. And there we have the beautiful poached chicken for our salad. Okay. Once we shred our chicken, rinsed our hands, we're coming back, we're gonna take our vinaigrette, and here's where the creamy basil vinaigrette happens. Taking the balsamic vinaigrette, pouring that directly on top of the salad, and then using a pair of tongs or something, we're just gonna begin to toss that spinach and the tortellini and all that goat cheese, and it just starts to create this very creamy, delicious pasta salad. This is one you could do it. It makes a great, nice, you know, family-style platter for a buffet. Excellent to pack into a Tupperware container and throw it into the lunchbox of the kids, or take it to the office for a great hearty lunch. You can see all that beautiful butternut squash and the spinach, those slivered red onions, that creamy goat cheese coating everything. Very, very flavorful. Maybe we'll take a little bit of the remaining goat cheese and just drop that on there. Add a little color. And there's a really fantastic, creamy tortellini salad.